Hey Columbus, thank you for checking out the second episode of the Enkindled Podcast. Right now you are currently listening to Honey Lungs by Victory Lapse. Here's the podcast.
Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the Enkindled Columbus Podcast. My name's Zach.
And this is Alonzo, and we're here today with Jeff, Bobby, Dave of the band Victory Lapse. What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Hello.
How you guys doing today?
It's Jave, Babe, and Dave.
Jave, Babe, and Dave.
We're doing really good.
Hanging in there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we're missing the drummer,
yeah,
right?
we're missing Brandon. Or
yes, sir.
Brave.
Brave Brandon.
Bravedon. Okay, so I guess the first thing I want to talk to you guys about, how did you guys come together? How did you guys find each other and get together as a band?
We all came from Delaware,
back.
Ohio. Yeah, it goes way back. I didn't go to school with these guys, but I mean, I knew them through some other mutual friends, and they were some pretty good musicians, and we ended up playing together eventually.
So how long have you guys been playing together, like overall?
I started playing with Brandon in like 2008, so it's
Okay, wow. So yeah, it's definitely up to 11 years now. Shit.
Yep.
It's pretty far.
I think I joined them in like 2010.
Okay.
And we played in a group back then, and then we split off, and Brandon and I played in another group, and then we came back and formed a new group, Victory Lapse, and that's Dave, Brandon, and I, and then we talked to Bobby, who we'd kind of just run into by happenstance, and he had played his own songs, and so Bobby and I started playing some of Bobby's songs, and then we asked Bobby just to join Victory Lapse, and that's where we're at now. Is we're all kind of queuing in on the sound.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the first thing I want to talk about, and I'm not saying this to blow smoke up your guys' ass. When I went to your guys' show at Space Bar, I bought your EP, and I swear to God, I've listened to it every single day since I got it. It has not left my car.
Oh, really?
Stereo. Yeah, it's the only place that I have. It's the only place I have a CD player at.
That's
but
cool.
It has not left my CD player since then, and I just listen.
Nice.
I mean, there'd be days and I just listen to it on repeat. So
we need more of you in this world, man.
Yeah, no, so I am a genuine fan. Is there anywhere else people can find it all at?
Well, we just released Honey Lungs as a single on Spotify, iTunes, and a bunch of other stuff. And then also Bandcamp. But we are currently working on a new EP, and we're going to kind of repackage some of the songs that you have now and make like a bigger, bolder record. And we're going to re-release that once we get these new ones ready. Nice.
I was going to say, I'm a genuine fan. So as soon as he told me that we had the opportunity to interview you guys, I'm like, that is awesome, because like I said, I listen to it every single day. So I guess more back to where I was. What are your guys' music inspirations? Like, what are the bands that you guys grew up on and really got you to where you sound now?
I think the core of us, we're huge Nirvana fans.
I can tell, dude.
That's what we all had in common together.
I can tell for sure, because like as I listened to it, that's what I was going to say. Like my guess would have been Nirvana, because like as I listened to you guys kind of have that sound, a little more upbeat, modern kind of sounding, but like for sure, like the core of it sounds like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think we all share the commonality of
like 90s grunge.
Growing
up with that.
Of hard rock in general, I was going to say, and
90s.
then we all sort of individually like other things too. So
yeah, I mean, it definitely shows through in the music for sure.
Speaking of inspiration, do you guys base, like when you guys first started playing, when you guys picked your first guitar, bass up, drum kit, whatever it was, did you look at someone else that's like already made it, someone like in Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and seen like, oh, I want to play a Strat, or I want to play a Jazz Master? What made you pick your instrument? And then also, what instrument do you play? Like, what kind of guitar or bass? If that makes sense. Sorry, that was kind of winded.
It's a compound question.
Yeah.
I'll go on the first part.
Yeah.
The instruments usually kind of choose me. In the case of this group, I primarily play an Ibanez bass. I think it's active, and it's actually Dave's bass. And we prefer that bass because it has this nice Fendery sound that we think complements Dave's guitar and some of the original recordings. It was used, and we just liked it and stuck with it. But I don't know. I play guitars. I like to play Gretsch and Fender and other.
I always wanted to play the bass, but my damn parents bought me a guitar for Christmas.
Damn.
Some of those things are hard to control. Yeah. I think I always wanted a Strat. I think when I first started playing, I'd get into like, obviously Jimi Hendrix and Pink Floyd. You got David Gilmour who always uses that Strat. I think I made my Strat look like his with the black pickguard and everything like that too. But I can't play Stratocasters anymore. I don't. Eating chips over here.
Getting deep with the chips.
Chips and dip. Yeah, man.
Bobby's got the interesting stories because he's a lefty.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember seeing that at Spacebar. You also played the keyboard that show, didn't you?
Yeah. Yep, a little bit of keys that Dave has in a couple songs. But, yeah, I actually didn't even really start taking guitar serious until I was maybe 18, 19.
Okay.
When I actually started. So I was a little late in the game, actually, as far as just starting to get serious. Because my brother, he's also left-handed, but he plays, right-handed. So I would always just take his guitars and flip them upside down, and that's actually how I learned to play. I never had any kind of formal training or anything like that, and I just started to play upside down. So I actually played like that for a number of years, and then switched to like a formal setup, and was playing left-handed.
Yeah, the first time I saw Bobby play, it was insane because he's making up or playing chords backwards and upside down at the same time.
Dude,
it was like putting my head through a tailspin.
That was a long time ago.
Wow, that's crazy. It's like Jimi Hendrix style. So run us through like the creative process. Like, how do you go about putting your songs together? Because I know some bands are kind of jam bands, and then it all comes from there. Or, I mean, how does it work for you guys?
You guys write when you practice, or
Dave is the core writer, I would say, and then
most of the songs that we work on with this band, at least, start with the whole song structure that I bring to the group, and I mean, of course, like they add these parts and those parts, and we like change some of the structure together. But when it comes down to it, like if we're using an A chord and a B chord, like I was the one that chose those chords, essentially.
Now, do you write all the lyrics as well?
Yeah, I write all these lyrics.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess while we're at it, run us through the EP, kind of, at least from the one I have, the 4-song EP that you guys have. Run us through that.
Okay, so it starts off with Natalie Portman, and that's the bass driven song. I think people like to hear that one live. When we first started playing that one live, we didn't have Bobby yet. And I was trying to play guitar, and then I'd drop my pick and play the keys real quick. And then I'd turn some knobs to get some ambiance going.
Oh, no, I remember.
Yeah,
for a couple songs,
was really hard.
We decided not to do keys, and then I played those key parts on guitar, and then kind of brought the song to life a little bit, especially for the song Sad Sack. Because that song in the first EP that came out, I think that's just keys. But I mean, when we play
that one, I think, if I'm thinking right, that's the second one on the EP. That one's my favorite, my personal favorite. Yeah, cool. I don't know what it is about it, just the energy it has to it. That was my personal favorite. Mm-hmm. So what else is on there? What's the third one?
Third one is Honey Lungs.
That's what's on Spotify, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you've heard that one, that intro with like the oohs and ahs. That was a lot of fun. That's always really hard to play live too, because we're like coming out of nothing in 3-part harmonies all at once.
We think we're better musicians than we are.
Sometimes it sounds pretty bad. And then we end the EP, the short little 4-song EP, with Busy Am I, which is some people like that one a lot too.
Yeah, I'm also a fan of that. Like I said, I listen to the whole thing all the time on repeat.
It rules, dude. Did you guys record? Where did you guys record at? Was it somewhere here in Columbus? Was it out of town?
Oh, we that was all recorded at Relay Recording by Mr. John Fintel.
Shout out.
Yeah, he's really good, and that's who we're working on with our current EP or repackaging of the EP.
Well, yeah, that was another question on my list here. So. I mean, do you guys have any new music coming, shows coming up, anything like that?
So we've got 3 songs recorded that are in the mixing process.
Halfway done with another piece.
Yeah, we've got a few more songs that we're still kind of
chipping away.
Yeah. Show wise, we've got a couple things this month. Yeah, it's June 1st today, right? Yeah, so it's this month. I'm certain of it.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. We got a show at Cafe Bourbon Street.
Oh, okay, nice. We've been there before.
Yeah.
Friday, June 14th, with some of our buddies in Such Fuss. You should check them out. They're pretty sweet.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Throw that one on the list. Who are some of the local bands that you guys like to play with? I mean, do you guys play with a lot of the same bands sometimes, or is it kind of always different?
I mean, we've played a billion shows with Gelatinous Cube. Those are kind of our buddies.
A lot of shows.
Yeah.
We've actually
Life
had
in
to
the
turn
Universe.
down a lot of stuff.
Life
as
in the
well.
Universe.
They roll. They're pretty good too. Yeah.
I like watching them play guitar. They do all
They're
that tapping
tapping.
stuff.
Played with
it's so
Such
sweet.
Fuss once also. Trying to think of the other shows. We've really just been focusing mainly on recording, but the shows are still coming in. We're going to do occasionally. For now, we'd like to pick it up and probably move around and do shows, but for now, we want to get another piece of work out.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, since I think you guys mentioned you've played a lot of shows. Out of all the shows you can think of, what's the worst experience, craziest thing that's ever happened, crazy story? Anyone's tried to stage dive? You tried to break a guitar on stage yet?
I mean, in another band. Well, no. Well, I was just talking about this time that me and Brandon got in a fist fight on stage. I don't know if you've ever been to Bernie's before they tore it down to build a Target on High Street.
Damn Target!
But it used to be this little punk club called Bernie's, and it was me and Brandon in our other band before this one, and we were basically like an acoustic duo, and then we decided to play electric. And it was kind of weird because nothing was really gelling properly, and I think we were both maybe a little intoxicated, and he hit a cymbal too hard, and it broke my heart. So I decided to break his face. So I just lunged at him, and we got kicked out.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty quick way to get kicked out of somewhere.
Super quick.
Yeah.
I had a bass player, Karis. I think his flip-flop broke. For some reason, he was wearing flip-flops at this show, right?
You have to.
And the shit breaks, and he takes a tumble because he's in the middle of getting into something. He takes a tumble onto me and my pedal board, unplugging me and himself at the very end of the set.
I can visualize that.
It was like the worst closer ever. Leave him wanting more, right? Well, he took out the whole band in one move. One poorly manufactured flip-flop.
Oh my gosh. Well, that sounds heartbreaking, I'm sure. Middle of a set. Guys, I can't play no more. My flip-flop's broken. My parents going to be pissed.
That was a weird, brunch show at OSU
Really?
or something. Yeah, it was 11 a.m. or something.
Oh, because
funny.
Karis, he wouldn't wear flip-flops at night,
Might
would he?
somewhat explain the flip-flops, but I think they're otherwise,
Probably just rolled out of bed or something.
detestable.
Yeah, that sounds pretty rough. What's your guys' favorite venue to perform in?
In Columbus?
Yeah, in Columbus. And then we can talk about elsewhere.
Oh, man. Well, there's different reasons why I like playing at certain venues. Either they got, good sound or good atmosphere.
We like playing at Care Bar before they bulldoze that and build a Target.
Yeah, man, a lot of my favorite venues are gone, actually.
They're Targets now.
No, I like playing at Space Bar. Space Bar is cool. I haven't played at Bourbon Street or Bobo in a long time, but that was always fun. Summit, is right next door. That's always a good time, too.
We played big shows at Scully's. Those can go well. Those can go really not well. Just because they're big doesn't make them,
Do people
awesome.
not show up?
But if you're talking about good sound, you're probably more likely to get a better sound for a larger audience up at some place like Scully's or Express, things like that, Newport. But I've played equally kick-ass shows in basements.
Yeah, basement shows are always
so-
where it's at.
Really depends.
Yeah,
coffee shop acoustic
sound
style.
is a huge
That's always
factor
fun.
too. You know, that can either make or break a show.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah, for
it's
sure.
Like, you know, you can tell a sound guy a few things, and it's still on their shoulders to dial everything in. So
Yeah, the
You know,
the
it's
sound
like-
guy at Bernie's, if he listens to this, like, you suck, dude. You suck.
He would wake up in the middle of your set and be like, wait, these guys suck.
Where was it that we went where the sound guy like just like said it and forget it? It was literally gone.
Yeah.
There was a guy at
That wasn't.
was that at?
Was it? Is it called Cafe Bourbon? Right, I think it's the same.
It
place.
might
Oh, really?
okay, yeah, it might have been there.
I don't know what it was. The guy did something, walked away, and I mean, and then
It was like
Well,
he said
I
it-
think their mixer is like actually like almost on stage, so it's hard to access. So it's kind of like you set it and go. Just like at Tree Bar, I think you have to do your own.
Craft and Vinyl, I believe, is like that, right? I don't know if they.
I've never been.
Oh, really?
Never
That's a
been.
great spot
Pretty
to
fresh,
check out.
right? It's pretty new.
I think it is. It's a hell of a venue. It's literally a vinyl shop, a venue, and a bar in one place.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
We
it
played
was
this
super
dope.
cool. Yeah, it was awesome. We went there. Who did we go see there?
it was the Broken Relics. Cream Camino is another band we're going to be interviewing. soon.
Was it Echo Hawk? They were called, I think.
Yeah.
It blew me away. I mean, it was awesome. It was such a cool.
Yeah, really
cool
cool
spot,
environment
yeah.
overall.
Changed your life, huh?
I mean, in every way.
We'll have to go there.
He's a changed man.
We'll have to
Walking
go
in and
see
out
a
of
show
that.
there.
Yeah.
Sometime.
We'll see, Bobby. We'll see.
We'll be right back to the podcast after this exclusive acoustic version of an upcoming song from their new EP called Every Thought I Had.
Keep it to yourself. I gotta think of my health and well-being. But I'll be it for me. I gotta touch you to see, to believe it. My fixture went in, still too hard to handle it. I thought I had was a good idea. Baby, I'm a thief. You got me waiting in line for something free. You're somewhere out of reach. You got a name and a place for me to be. They got a saying for this, but all I hear is a hiss as it happens. And if I seem everywhere, I'll still be over prepared till it passes. And my mind had been made. What was there to contemplate? Thought I had a good idea. Baby, I'm a thief. You got me waiting in line for something free. You're somewhere out of reach. You got a name and a place for me to be. My love is a war without size, without size. My love is a war without size. My fixture went in, still too hard to handle it. Thought I had a good idea. My mind had been made. What was there to contemplate? Thought I had a good idea. Baby, I'm a thief. You got me waiting in line for something free. You're somewhere out of reach. You got a name and a place for me to be. My love, my love. maybe I'm a thief. Every thought I had was a good idea.
Back to the podcast.
Now you mentioned so outside of Columbus, what's cool spots to hit up?
Well, you'd have to ask Jeff. I've never played outside of Columbus, but they've done some cool things in their other band.
You ever had like a mini tour ordeal?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
And
awesome.
just like I said before, it can go really good, it can go really bad. I don't know. I played a couple cool places. I played at really weird places. Well, I guess it's not that weird. It's up in Parma, and it was I don't know. It was just a strange club gig in Parma, Ohio, but they had a decent venue, and it ended up being a fun show up there with Friendly Foe, and we played like the bowling alley at Mahal's and Cleveland, and I played in Detroit a couple of times.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Moving forward, as starting up as a band, you get these problems like, where can we practice where we don't get the cops called, or my parents are gonna be pissed if we occupy the garage.
Yeah.
Growing up and getting into music, if you could give advice to someone that wants to start in Columbus, that wants to start music, what could you guys say to them that would help them move forward?
You find a friend who's super rich and has a nice, big, huge, detached garage that's heated, and then you can practice out there. And then, more than likely, you'll have access to sweet gear. Yeah, find a rich friend.
That's how Eddie Van Halen happened. Or not Eddie Van Halen, just Van Halen in general. Wasn't David Lee Roth like he was the rich kid, and they took advantage of it? I thought. So find a rich kid. That's one.
Yeah.
Jeff, what do you think? If you could give one piece of advice,
I don't know. Just play music, enjoy it.
Don't get a girlfriend. You gotta be able to spend all your time.
music
on
is
your
a
craft.
lot of money.
Yeah, no
in
girlfriends.
general. Yeah.
Find friends you enjoy playing with, because music to me is kind of a social kind of art where we share with our buddies who enjoy the same things. We can have a good time doing it. And
Yeah, it's not just business.
Hopefully,
we hang out like we're buddies.
hopefully impress some people that we admire, so that we feel like music is mutually beneficial.
Absolutely. Bobby, what do you think?
I think, mainly just, try and enjoy it. Keep chipping away at your craft and try and get better, especially if you're in a band and trying to create music and art with other people. It can be challenging sometimes, but it's like you just have to keep going through it. And it's been fun. It's really cool to go through this process with your good friends. And it's like, man, being on stage with these guys is like the best. Just practicing.
Fun to get
all
loud.
of it,
Shucks.
you
Fun to
know?
get loud and wild.
And it's like we've all been, friends a long time, so it's cool that we still can, be little kids on stage.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude, we always be cheesing, man. You gotta be able to laugh. Gotta be a
Stay cheesing.
Stay cheesing all the time.
We're always Swiss up there.
Yeah.
You think it's a cool process, like watching each other grow as musicians? Like you ever like?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
dude, it's like every day you learn something new. It's like I'm recording and I'm getting into sound engineering and audio, so it's like there isn't a day go by that whenever I start mixing or doing something, I don't learn something new. Or working with these guys, every time we have practice, it's like we're trying to come up with new ideas and write. So it's always a big, learning experience and journey just going through this, because I think we're just trying to kind of find ourselves as a band, since we've only been playing for about a year, and we've all had major things going on in our lives, and haven't really been able to, I guess, get together as much as we want to. Jeff's been in school, we've all got things going on, so but I think we're gonna try and kind of key in and dial in on some stuff, and once we're freed up, I think we'll be able to hit it a little bit harder, you know, as far as songwriting and playing shows. So that's exciting.
For sure. I mean, so what do you guys do outside of music? I know you talked about like getting into audio engineering. That's actually my forte. That's kind of what I'm into. So I'm with you on that. What do you do, Jeff?
I'm in school right now.
What are you in school for?
Law.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's awesome. Yeah.
And I like to build stuff. I like to work with wood. Sometimes I build small carpentry projects, pedal boards, doghouses, stuff like that. I like to fix stuff.
Yeah.
Those are my hobbies.
That's dope. How about you, Bobby? I know you talked a little bit about it. You said you're getting into audio engineering. I mean, what else do you do outside of that?
Oh man, let's see. I grew up with Jeff, and man, we would just ride our bicycles for hours.
You got a motorcycle, right?
We would
Trips,
ride bicycles. So I mean, I always grew up on bikes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been a huge hobby, I guess. And now I do dual sport motorcycling and do more off-road based stuff on like gravel, dirt.
That's
so
badass.
I kind of have like a hybrid setup motorcycle. So that's a lot of fun. So yeah, I would say, riding bikes and playing music, recording. Recording is probably the biggest thing, because I see myself more as a studio creator when it comes to writing. It's like that's where I get a lot of my fulfillment.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly how I am. That's how we were talking about this before.
It's like, man, I've had, like I've said, no kind of schooling or formal education, and it's like my whole family plays music. My 3 uncles were active musicians in the 80s and were in a lot of different bands and had their own projects. So it's like, it's great because I've had them in my life and was kind of exposed to a studio and just guitars and songwriting and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that was huge for me, and seeing my uncle in where I currently live, kind of where it all started, at his place in his studio. It's cool because it's like
we're gonna go back over there after this.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy, man. Because I actually just moved back into the place kind of where it all started for me.
Yeah.
So it's kind of come full circle, like 12 years later, I'm back in the place where I started to record, and that's what really sparked the interest, I guess, for me to get into recording. And it's like I had no idea what the hell I was doing when I was 18, 19, and I was just trying not to blow shit up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When I was in my uncle's studio. So it's cool because it's like you said, it's cool to see our friends and just kind of our own personal experience going through the learning curve of songwriting, just playing music, recording, everything. It's been a huge adventure. So it's like it's a lot of fun, and that's what drives me to just try and get better and work with these guys and everything else. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, there's a lot that goes into the recording process that, like, nobody has any clue about. There's a lot to learn, for sure.
Oh, yeah, man. And it's like, you just have to go through it. It's just trial and error, a lot of experimentation. And, that's it.
And Dave, what about you? What are you doing outside of music?
Oh, I'm a fashion model.
I can tell, dude.
Calvin Klein? Polo?
All right, never mind. I'm definitely not a fashion model. I actually have this pretty cool gig with Red Herring Productions. They're a theater company in Franklinton, and I'm their go-to sound designer. So basically, for all their plays, I design these shows. It's pretty cool sometimes because I'll get to listen to a bunch of new different kinds of music and build a show around a certain genre or a certain time period. But then sometimes I'm like on my computer listening to static sounds or hand clap sounds or something for over and over until I'm like, oh yeah, that's the one that sounds the best. That's the one I'm going to play at the theater. And sometimes I get to record original songs, and like I recorded a song about ponies, like a little kid song. And
awesome.
yeah, it's cool that people are sitting in a theater listening to a song about ponies. Little they know that I wrote that. So, and I've actually there's been times when the plays have required like choreographed dance over top of something that I've written. That's like the craziest thing. Is like you hear something you wrote and you see people dancing around to it. Oh man.
Yeah, that's got to be awesome. There's a certain satisfaction you get from that.
Oh yeah, for sure. The exact rhythm and melody, like it's in your head.
Yeah.
People.
It's crazy.
Perfect time.
And it really it's always crazy too when somebody's singing something that you wrote and they're not nailing it, but they're trying, man. You gotta give them that.
That's all you could ask for.
It's probably my fault for not writing the song in their key, so it's my fault.
Yes, you got to do better.
Oh, does someone have to like translate it? Not like
Transcribe it?
Yeah, transcribe it. Yeah.
We've never really gone that far. They're
Oh,
always
really?
just like, all right, it works. All right, cool. Thanks, Dave. Here's your paycheck.
Yeah. See you later.
So
Please
programs
don't
have you
call.
been- what programs have you been a part of? Like, what plays have you been a part of?
Oh man.
To name a few.
Well, the one that's open right now is, what's it called? It's called Jack and Jill. It's a romance, but it's really not. But that's open right now. It's pretty cool.
Spoiler
check
alert
it out.
from Dave.
So over in Franklinton at the Franklinton Playhouse. I've done like 13 other plays. Probably nothing nobody's ever heard of, so I'm not gonna get into it. I did The Little Mermaid. Nope, that wasn't me.
Oh, I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty bummer.
Yeah, that's huge.
Not me.
You've inspired so many people, Dave. Why are we talking about
Dude, I
it?
have a question for you. Do you think doing all these plays has made you a better musician and songwriter? Just kind of having to go outside your element?
Yeah. The coolest thing was it made me appreciate the importance of the bass, because I'll have to listen to certain time periods and certain genres, and the thing that defines these songs the most is the bass.
It's rhythm, dude.
It's the rhythm.
The rhythm section carries the whole song. Like bass and drums. If you have a good, solid rhythm section, and can create good melodies, it's like you're golden.
Pretty far from that microphone, bro.
Guitars is icing on the cake. Sir.
So what is the process for writing that kind of music? I mean, like you covered it briefly, but like, how does that come together? You said you...
Yeah, first of all, you find a beat.
Okay.
And then you said something about icing. I like that. You just put the icing
On the cake with the
with
guitars.
all the frivolous stuff that doesn't matter, because it's just about the rhythm.
It's all about the rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
Where can people find you guys? What kind of social media are you guys available on?
We do the Instagrams and the Facebooks, and that's about
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp,
Bandcamp.
Spotify.
Find all the music on
what
Bandcamp.
else? iTunes.
Yeah,
For now.
Mm-hmm.
When
It's
we get a
on
bigger
every-
piece, we
every
plan on
platform.
We plan on
Or
putting it
you
out.
can just call me. I'll give you my number if you want.
Yeah, there we go.
We can chat every night.
There we go. We'll put that on the podcast. We'll give you his personal
I'll give you an
number.
update. every
Can we
day.
get your social security too?
Yeah,
along
dude.
with that. All right.
I can hook you up.
And last thing, any new music coming soon? Do you guys have an idea of when new music would be available for people to check out?
Oh, I wish I could give you an exact date, but let's just say this summer.
Okay. So they got new music coming this summer.
Yeah.
The summer Columbus
If
Victory Lapse coming
it was,
to you.
If it was in my hands, it would be today. I'd give you new music today. But
I like that.
it might be next month. I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a little bit different from the songs you guys have heard.
Okay.
As these are more like peppier, happier summertime jams. So
Yeah.
I think we actually recorded like popping a beer tab in one of them. It's not going to
That's
make
awesome.
the final cut, but in the
should
spirit
be.
of summer. Yeah. So, real soon, guys. Real soon.
Okay. Nice. Well, as soon as that is out, I would like to cop it and listen to it in my car.
Yeah, I'll hook you
all
up,
day,
man.
every day. Well, gentlemen, it's been great sitting down talking to you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for having
We
us.
appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Hey, everyone. If you enjoyed the podcast, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. As an added bonus, here's another acoustic version of a song that will be available on their upcoming EP.
This is Sad Sack.
Pacify me, hands free for your whiskey. Someone told me to the right. Do you have to make it personal? Yeah, I think you made it personal. If you find me half deep in a dry heap, well, I'm a sad sack, double backed, and I think I'm inconsolable. Yeah, I think I'm inconsolable. Put me down, build me out, another way, be enough. Beat me down, beat me out, either way. Crucify me, you won't keep it, will escape me. So it's the option, never mind. Do you have to make it personal? Yeah, I think you made it personal. Put me down, build me out, another way, be enough. Give me hate, or give me love.